big and exciting news in the world of the NBA, especially as if you're a Chicago Bulls fan. Chicago Bulls executives, director of basketball operations, everything is changing and it looks like it's going for the better. What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Code, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Chicago Bulls have done some major changes throughout this last day, looking to change everything up, mix everything up, and hopefully have more stability as a team. So very exciting stuff. So before we get started, as I said, like, subscribe for the Chicago Bulls finally mixing things up and changing what the actual landscape of our team will be in the future, with a new GM and executive basketball operations, director of basketball operations. There's a lot that they're looking to change, and it's a good start considering that the people that are in charge we've been complaining about for a long time. So this news is coming in from Woj. And it says, story filled to ESPN, the Chicago Bulls have started a formal search process to hire a new top executive with full authority on basketball decisions. There we go. That's was the first thing posted by Woj, saying that the Chicago Bulls are finally looking to start a search. There's more. Ownership has discussed the plan with Executive VP of Basketball Operations John Paxson and GM Gar Forman. Sources says Paxson is likely to continue in an advisory role, with franchises. There are expected to be more conversation with Foreman about his future. So there we go. There's potential future problems for Foreman. Among the Bulls' initial plans will be to seek permission to interview Denver Nuggets general manager Arturas Karnosav and Toronto GM Bobby Webster, among other candidates, sources tell ESPN. So these are the people that are being linked for the job, or at least for interviews. And we also got from Casey Johnson, beyond Kasamava Webster. Here are some of the names Michael Rezanov's list: Pacers Chad Buchanan, Heat Adam Simon, Jazz's Justin Zanuck, and Clippers Michael Winger. So those are all the people that are linked with the job. We've even got more people offering to take the job away, like Dwayne Wade, for example. Dwayne Wade is looking to maybe become the GM of the Bulls. I think overall, it can't get worse than what it is now, can it? I think the Bulls have suffered many years. Even when Derrick Rose was here, Jimmy Butler was the star. I think the Bulls have suffered a lot from this management for a very long time, and it's just not. It hasn't been right. People have complained for the longest time, but things have changed now. It's about time. Things are finally changing. We're getting great news, and it sucks. It has to be in this type of environment where there's no basketball, there's nothing. But at least there is positivity coming from the Chicago Bulls camp. What does this mean for the future? Well, I think depending on the general manager we get, we're going to see a proper team, a built team. Like we've done, to be fair, we have done very well drafting players since in the last few years. But I think it's been a known fact that this organization sucks at trades. It sucks at targeting free agents, getting the free agents that we need, and it has also sucked with a lot of passing up on potential star players. Like, we've given up LaMarcus Aldridge, we've given up Michael Porter Jr., who could potentially be a star in this league. We've given up on a lot, and it's just not. It's not ideal how much we've given up. So this is hopefully something that could be rectified. I know it's not necessarily all of the fault of the GM and the vice president and everything, whatever, but it's still a major concern going forward. We've seen that this team has struggled to make the playoffs and struggled to compete for championships for a very long time. Derrick Rose's Chicago Bulls in his prime was the closest we got since Michael Jordan left the Chicago Bulls. That's not good enough. We need more for a club like ours. We need to be competing. The likes with the Celtics and the Lakers, they when they're bad, they're only bad for a short period of time, and then they collect themselves and they go again. The Chicago Bulls need to be a franchise like that. Yes, we're not going to be good for all the time. There's going to be times where we're going to struggle. We're not going to make the right plays. We're not going to have the right players. We're going to end up being bad, but we need to be good a lot more than we are bad. And hopefully a general manager can bring that, can bring stability, can bring future planning, can bring good decisions into this franchise, because I think that's what is needed. Now, what does that mean for the future of everybody else? Potential players might be leaving. So you never know. Like, there could be players that are leaving. Could be coaches. Jim Boylan, is his future safe now? That's just assuming all this goes into plan and they actually have a new general manager in place over the next coming weeks or so. I think the plan is to get a new GM before the season starts, but definitely within the next few weeks. So if there is something in place and there's someone that's willing to take this job, and finally Chicago can get a little bit of positivity and a revival of their franchise, they're no longer going to be a laughing stock in the NBA. They're going to be taken seriously. There's going to be a lot of ruthlessness that's going to be happening here. I would say, as fans, no matter how much you rate a player, how much you like a player, I think we just have to trust in the process that's being pushed at the moment. Whatever general manager we get, we have to trust in what they say. If they say Zach LaVine is not part of the future, then we have to trust it. If they're saying that we need to trade Larry Marketing, we have to trust it. As much as it's going to hurt, as much as it might not be the smartest choice at the very beginning, it is a choice that could hopefully lead to promising things in the future. And that's what we all want at the end of the day. I mean, look at the Nuggets team and look at the Raptors team. They're a team of stability. They're a team where I wouldn't say much for the Raptors because their team is aging a bit, but that Nuggets team is a very well-rounded team. It's a team that has a lot of solid players, and then they have stars as well. They have at least one. They have Jokic, who's a very good player, and they're a team that's going to be competing for a very, very long time. And I think that's what Bulls fans want. We want to be in that conversation, especially in the East, where the East is not the greatest conference. We can get into the playoffs if we just have right management, right decisions, right coaching. Everything needs to go our way, and hopefully this is the start of something very, very special for the Chicago Bulls. Now, this could all just be a smokescreen and we're not going to end up doing anything, because at the end of the day, the Chicago Bulls owner has to do has to make a choice that ends up benefiting Chicago, but also, if there's nothing going on, we can't just replace from anyone. Like for Dwayne Wade, I think everybody would love Dwayne Wade to be the general manager if there's no one left, but is it the right choice? That's what they have to make. Dwayne Wade's not going to be the best option that's available, but are we willing to give him an opportunity like that? Is that going to be beneficial for the team? At the end of the day, everyone's got to start somewhere, so maybe Dwayne Wade, this is his opportunity. But I feel like for us, I think the best thing to do is to go for the experience, because I think we have too many unknowns on this team. We have too many inconsistencies on this team. We have lack of experience nearly everywhere in this department of the team, and I think we could better go for experience. But maybe we need a little bit of youth, a little bit of creativity, a little bit of a younger type person. Like Dwayne Wade, he's probably one of the younger GMs if he was to be a GM in the NBA. So it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be hopefully the start of something new. But we'll see. We can go for any different choice, but whatever choice we make, I'm sure. Apologies, the recording went out. So anyway, as I was saying, we can go for any choice that we choose, and a lot of fans would be very, very happy to make a change, any sort of change, to bring something new. It's as many people say, when things get stale, it happens in every sport. It's time for a change. Whether it's the manager, the coach, the players, it's just time for a change. And I feel like this has gone on long enough for a Chicago Bull. If you're a Chicago Bulls fan, you would know better than anybody. It's long enough. It's been way too long. I understand that these people, as much as we dislike their decisions, we dislike them and the way that they perform their job, they are trying to do what's best for Chicago. So at the end of the day, that's why I can never hate on someone that's just trying their best, whether they know what they're doing or not. At the end of the day, they're the one given the job, and they have to do that job. If they don't do their job, it's not necessarily their fault that they're put in a position that they just don't know how to do properly. And I think that's what's been happening with Chicago. We've had a lot of success, but not enough to say that we're one of the top franchises in the world. And as much as a big market of we are, as the way that Michael Jordan has brought us to a very, very unique position where we are considered a very top market, a very high quality market, and that's an honor that we have to take very seriously, and we have to act like a big team. We have to act like a top market. We have to act like we can be successful at any given time. And I think as a Bulls ownership, they've seen that now, and it's just time to implement new changes. And it's a great start. It's a great start, and we're hoping for more. Whether that is players leaving, whether that is a new coach or new players, new staff, new doctors, new training staff, whatever the case may be, this is a good sign to start something that could potentially bring us to a very, very successful time, and a team that we're going to be happy to watch, and it's a team that would make the playoffs, and we can bring the future to Chicago. I think that's ideal. That's in every situation. That's what is ideal, and I hope that that we can get to that stage. It is going to be a big task. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a short period of time. It's not going to take 1 year and we're back. It's never going to be like that. But I just want to see progress. And so far, we've regressed from last season. I don't think we've had a very good season, despite being 10th, where probably everyone expected us to be. I just think that the things that have gone on the court have been very much a regression. Kobe White is almost the only positive I could really get out of this season so far. Larry Marketing has regressed. Zach LaVine's improvement, we've all expected that, so I want to say it's a massive positive. Wendell Carter, I think everyone expected this from him, but nothing else really. Like we have a lot to improve on. So I hope that as a team, as a franchise, we can get to the level where we can be very, very proud of this team. And there are individual players that we can be proud of, but I think as a team, there's not really much to be happy about. It's a playoff or bust. That's the expectations we need. We need playoffs. We need championships. And if that doesn't happen, it's a bust. That's the mentality we need to have, and that's why these changes are being made, in my opinion. So anyway, let me know what you guys think on this news. Very exciting news. Big changes happening, and it's great to see. I'm excited to see what's happening next for the future of the Chicago Bulls, and also the future of the NBA once we finally get something implemented. But we got to remember, this might not be the situation that ends up being the outcome. This is very, very good news, good signs, but in the end, there is a chance that nothing can happen, and then that's where there's going to be another big problem. But I'm going to stay on the positive road. We'll see where we go from here. I want to thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe for more Chicago news updates and videos. And if you're new to the channel, also please like and subscribe. This is the Sports Code. Take care. Have a safe day. Peace.